everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to make a European apple cake, coffee cake, or breakfast cake, whatever you want to call it. It's a very popular cake in Europe to bake. You can use apples or blueberries or peaches on this cake. What you need is about 4 or 5 apples depending on how big your form is, and some butter and flour and sugar, baking powder and vanilla extract, or the real vanilla, and lemon, and also you need 4 eggs. And then you can start. I'm using my mixer here, but you can use also a hand mixer. So let's get going. For this recipe you also need some milk. First we're going to put 4 eggs in the mixing bowl and mix that nice together until it's creamy.
1, 2, 3.
Mix till it's blended nice and smooth. Next I'm going to add 125 grams of sugar. Mix that nicely together. Now we're going to add 4 tablespoons of milk. Mix a little bit more. Now I'm going to add 100 grams of soft, unsalted butter. It would be better if you melted in the pan, but I'm a little lazy right now. So mix that all together again. So now I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. I spilt a little bit more, but that's okay. And I'm going to squeeze a half a lemon into the mixing bowl. So now I'm going to take 100 grams of flour and 2 teaspoons of baking powder and mix that together and add it to the mixing bowl. Again, we're going to turn on the mixer and blend it all together. So now I'm going to add another 100 grams of flour to the mixing bowl and mix that nicely together in the blender. So now it's a good time to get the apples cleaned up. I'm cleaning them in the sink here, and I'm going to cut the apples in quarters to get ready for the cake. Now my dough is ready to go into my 10-inch baking pan. I'm going to grease my pan with this Pam spray. You see, my dough is a little bit lumpy today because I didn't melt the butter ahead of time, but that's not going to affect the cake. Now I'm going to take the apples here, my quarter pieces, and cut them into 3 and place them on top of the dough. And I'm going to press down a little bit and put it around the edges first. The apple pieces I'm going to place orderly around the outside and then towards the middle. You can use also blueberries or a jar of peaches, and it'll be very, very tasty no matter what fruit you choose. As soon as I finish placing the apples neatly on the dough, we're going to start making the crumbs for on top of the cake. I used a total of 4 apples for this 10-inch pan. You can see that I'm pressing the fruit down into the dough so that the apple flavor will be going through the cake. When you're done placing the apples or the fruit, it should look evenly on top of the dough. So for the crumbs, you need 50 grams of butter and 50 grams of sugar and 100 grams of flour. Make sure the butter is soft, and I use unsalted butter for the crumbs. Now I'm adding a little teaspoon of baking powder to the mixture for the crumbs. Take a fork and mix it all together and make it blend with the fork. In the meantime, we're going to preheat the oven at 360. Conventional is what I use. You can use also bake at 350. And now here we're mixing the crumbs with the hands now. And if it crumbs together firm in your hand, then you can sprinkle it on top of the cake. This is what it should look like when you're done. And now we're going to put it in the oven and bake it for 45 minutes. The cake should be golden brown when it's done. This is what it looks like. Well, hello everyone. It's the next morning and I'm having a piece of this beautiful apple cake here, a breakfast cake. Really good. It's not too sweet. So if you don't like too sweet, this is perfect. And it's also great for a coffee cake if you have company. So thank you for watching and I'll see you again in the next video.